All right, what's going on, everyone? Today, I'm going to be covering our new indicator, EzAlgo V.9. All right, this is the updated EzAlgo trading indicator. Wanted to show you guys exactly what's new in this update and how you can use it to the best of its capabilities and show you guys some really cool things that we've added in this update. So to start, if you would like this indicator, click the first link in the description below. You'll get access to the EzAlgo V.9, the Easy Oscillator, and then our Smart Money Concepts indicator as well. But this is an entirely separate trading strategy than Smart Money Concepts. In our EzAlgo indicator, this is a retail-based trading indicator. So we have multi-timeframe support and resistance, buy and sell signals, auto golden pocket, this really nice trend dashboard, as you can see up here, and a few other things which I'm going to get into very shortly. But you may have noticed right off the bat that our support and resistance looks a bit different, right? We have these very sleek labels. We don't have any lines. We just have zones, right? Now, these are actually entirely new zones. The levels are the same, but we've changed up the zone slightly and removed the option for a line on the support and resistance. Reason being is that support and resistance is not one price point. It's actually a general area or zone on your chart. So that's why we've removed the line option and created this very nice simplistic zone here. And now these zones are respected much better than the previous support and resistance zones. You can see just from looking at this chart here, I'm on Theta USDT, how well price respects these support and resistance zones. Now, what we've done to make these unique is actually include the candle wicks, right? You can see that in this resistance zone, we never had a single candle close into this zone, right? So if you trade supply and demand, you can use these SR zones as well for confluence. So we've kind of combined support and resistance as well as supply and demand. And you can see price is just respecting these levels very, very well. I'm on the 1 hour time frame. Of course, higher time frame support and resistance zones are respected more than lower time frame zones. But as always, you can go to a lower time frame for entry using higher time frame support and resistance zones. That's why we have a multi-time frame feature. So let's jump into the settings here and I'll show you guys exactly what I mean. So to start, we have the buy and sell signals. Those have not changed in this update. And here is where we see something new, right? We have the multi-timeframe SR. Again, we have the 3 multi-timeframe options. We don't have an option for the line. Like I said, a support or resistance is a zone, right? A general area on your chart. It's not one exact price point. So we've added, these multi-timeframe zones. If you want to include higher timeframe zones, you can. For example, I'm going to turn on the 4-hour SR zones on the 1 hour time frame. And you can see here very clearly where the range is on a 4-hour time frame, right? Again, you can see just how well price respects these higher time frame zones. Again, right, bounces once, twice. This makes it very easy to identify potential setups, right? I can tell you just from looking at the chart right now, if Theta's price were to come down to this 4-hour support zone, I'd be looking to take a long, and I can almost guarantee that there will be some sort of reaction at this level, and that would be your long trigger. Obviously, wait for some sort of reaction, and then you can target the next 4-hour resistance level. So that is kind of how you use these higher time frame support and resistance zones. I do want to go over one more thing very briefly regarding these higher time frame zones. So if I turn on the 12-hour zones, and keep in mind, I'm on the 1 hour time frame. If I turn on the 12-hour zones, you'll notice that these zones are pretty big, right? And people have been saying, I don't really like how big these zones are. The width is only 1. I can't really get a good idea of where to take a trade because the zone is just too big. If we go to the 12-hour time frame, you'll notice that the zones are actually pretty small on the 12-hour time frame, right? You can see these zones aren't that large because we're on a 12-hour time frame with the width on 1. Now, if I were to take out my rectangle tool, right? If I take out my rectangle tool and go over this 12-hour support zone down here, it looks normal sized on the 12-hour time frame. If we go down to a 1 hour time frame, you'll notice that the zone looks a lot bigger, right? It directly overlaps. So the size of the zone does not change based on time frame. Now, this is a good thing because when you're using higher time frame zones, you don't want the zone to be smaller than this. If the zone were to be smaller than the one on the 12-hour time frame on a lower time frame, then that would not be an accurate higher time frame zone. So there was some confusion there, but I think it's pretty self-explanatory. You could also turn down the width if you wanted to like 0.5 or something. Right now, let's go to the 1 hour time frame. I have the 4-hour and the 12-hour support and resistance zones toggled on. So let's see how that looks. Right, so this looks a little bit better, right? The zones are a little bit smaller. That's because I turned down the width of the 12-hour zones to 0.5, and I kept the 4-hour zones on a width of 1. Now, in this case, you want to be looking for confluence. You want to see higher time frame support and resistance zones overlapping each other to give you a good idea of where price is going to go. For example, I can see we have a 4-hour and a 12-hour resistance zone right around here. So I would be expecting price to fall short if we were to reach this level. I'd be looking for a short position. Again, you can see that no candle close has actually occurred in this resistance zone. Now, a good rule of thumb if you're trading on the 1 hour is to use the 4-hour levels. I really like the 4-hour support and resistance zones. These work the best in my opinion, and you could also use the current chart timeframes as well and look for confluence. So in this case, we'll be using the 1-hour support and resistance zones with that 4-hour support and resistance as confluence, right? Looking for overlap, looking for these key levels, right? We have a 4-hour and a 1-hour down here. This would be where you'd be looking to take a long position. You can see we're currently bouncing off of the 8-hour golden pocket and the 1-hour support. This would also not be a bad idea to take a long position. All right, below that, we have the auto golden pocket. We have this very nice sleek label here. None of this code has changed. Below that, we have the candle coloring and the EMAs. Now we've actually removed the trend ribbon. Reason being is that we already have the easy oscillator, which is a more accurate trend ribbon. So we're not going to have the easy oscillator and the trend ribbon on the chart. There's really no need. It just kind of clutters the chart. Doesn't look as nice. So we've removed the trend ribbon, still kept the EMAs. Obviously, we have those reversal signals, right? Reversal buy, reversal sell. We have the reversal band still as well. Below that, we have the volume profile. We had some glitches in past updates with the volume profile, but that is totally fixed at this point. With the volume profile, you want to be taking longs below the point of control and shorts above the point of control. And this also acts as a great take profit, right? The point of control kind of acts as a magnet. So price will oftentimes find its way back to that point of control, especially in this case where you have a 1-hour GP and a resistance zone overlapping. This would not be a bad idea to look for a short position on a lower time frame as well. All right, and finally, we have the trend dashboard. This is based off of the Heikin Ashi candles. So the bias is whether the candle is a bullish or a bearish Heikin Ashi candle. For example, you can see on the 1 through 12-hour time frames, we are bearish because we have bearish Heikin Ashi candles. Now, if it's just a bullish or bearish Heikin Ashi candle, you'll see one little rocket ship emoji here under strength. If it is a flat back Heikin Ashi candle, you will see 2 rockets. This shows you more strength, right? A stronger trend in either direction when you see 2 rockets. So if you're trading with a trend and you want to take short positions, you want to see as many red dots and as many rocket ships as possible. Vice versa is true for taking long positions. If you're trading with a trend and you want to take long positions, you want to see that the higher time frame bias is bullish, and you want to see some more green dots with as many rocket ships as you can. Now, just because the overall bias is majority long or majority short doesn't mean you should actually look to take long or short positions, right? If you're a reversion trader like myself, I might want to see the entire trend dashboard being bearish and then look to take long positions, because I know that price is extremely overextended to the downside on nearly all time frames, and I'll be looking to take a long position at a key support level when the trend dashboard is bearish. So again, it kind of depends on the strategy, how you trade. If you trade with the trend, if you're a reversion trader, we have so many different strategies inside of the Discord that you can use. But again, this is all price action. This is just to help with your bias before entering a trade. All of the features on EzAlgo are price action tools. That is what differentiates us from some other indicators out there. We don't believe in strictly following buy and sell signals, right? We want to see the current price action, hence why we've added the automatic fib, the support and resistance zones, the reversal buy and sell signals, indicating when momentum is slowing down or increasing to the upside. So you want to use all of these in confluence. Now, the best way to use this indicator is to use higher time frame support and resistance zones with an entry on a lower time frame. So for example, I'm looking at theta right now. I'd already talked about this a little bit, but I'd be looking to take a long position at this 4-hour support zone. I can see that price has respected this zone very well in the past. So if price were to come down to the zone, I'd be looking for a long position from that zone once again, because price is still holding this level until proven otherwise. Now, you can trade solely support and resistance zones. It's actually what I recommend if you're a brand new trader. Focus on support and resistance. Don't focus on smart money concepts, ICT, none of that. Focus on higher time frame zones, especially when you're trading cryptocurrency. I find that trading SR is very, very effective. But for more confidence, you want to use other confluences as well. That's why we have our Easy Oscillator momentum indicator, giving you guys real-time bullish and bearish divergences, showing you when price is overbought or oversold. And yes, this is a non-repaint indicator. So when you use all of these together, if you use all of these in conjunction with one another, you will see some amazing setups. Remember, the more confluences you have, the higher the probability of the trade going your way. For example, this would have been a very easy long position, in my opinion, right around here. Why? Well, we had a 4-hour support zone, right? We tested that zone once more. We had a bullish divergence on the Easy Oscillator, reversal buy signals followed by a buy signal. That would be your entry for a long position. And you can do the exact same the other way. We're at this 4-hour resistance level. We have a bearish divergence. We have a bearish rejection candle followed by an EzAlgo reversal sell signal. That would be your entry for a short position. Again, bouncing from that support zone, price goes up. Again, rejecting from that resistance zone, bearish divergence, reversal sell, price goes down. And you can use this with Heikin-Ashi candles as well if that is your trading style. These indicators are very powerful when used correctly. We also have a few more alerts on the V9. We have alerts when price breaks resistance, price loses support, price breaks either support or resistance, price at golden pocket. These alerts were broken in the last update. We fixed the auto GP alerts. So a lot of alerts for you to choose from if you don't want to be staring in front of your computer screen all day. Now, this indicator works best on the 1 hour and up time frame. But like I said, it doesn't really matter what time frame you're entering because the levels are going to be the same. You're still using key levels. You're still using higher time frame levels anyway. So if you want to go down to a lower time frame for entry, you can, but always use key higher time frame support and resistance zones for the most amount of confidence in your trading. And of course, using our Easy Oscillator to help you with confluence as well. That's it for me in this video. If you guys enjoyed, feel free to leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more trading content, and I'll see you guys next video.